Let's start. I think they might be davening Myra soon. Okay, continuing the dinam of Kriya, Siman Kuf Tzadiyeh, Hilchos Kriya. So we are up to Ches. I'll call Mesim on all dead bodies, dead people, and Lachama ad lachar lamed. If you didn't hear until after 30 days from the death, Aina Kareya, you don't tear Kriya. Allah ve'imai, but on a father and a mother, Kareya la'olam begodav shem Allah b'shas shmiyah. Then you tear Kriya at the time that you heard the news. But any begodim that she changes after that, ain't it tzarich l'kroya that you change after that, you don't have to tear kriya on. Tes a regel mavatul gzeres lamid gam linyan kriya. So Yom Tif is mavatul the gzer of lamid even linyan kriya. L'chein poga regel toich. They're dominating now. Dominating now. Are they dominating now? L'chein poga regel toich lamid. If Yom Tif happens within Shloshim, b'shar krayim yachal litfor legamri be'erev aregel lachar mincha. For all other relatives, you can sew up the kriya after mincha on erev Yom Tif. Alav v'ima yachal lishlal, and on the mother and the father, you can fix. You can't fully fix it, but you can partially fix it. Right? Fine. Yud kara ala mace. If somebody tears kriya on the mace. Besides Shiva, mace le mace acher, and during Shiva, another mace dies. Marche kumay gimel etzbais, you distance 3 fingers away min akera arisha from the first tier, but kareya tefach and you tear tefach. Hashem moisav al akera arisha and tefach, or you just add another tefach onto the first tier. Aval after Zion, calls man shabegad a karu alav. After Shiva, as long as the torn beged's on you, moisav alav kolshu v'daye. You add on a kolshu and that's enough. If the first one who died was other relatives, even after Zion, you have to distance 3 fingers and then rip it properly. Because the mother and father cannot have kriya torn on tesefes. It needs to be from scratch for parents. Same thing if the mother dies first, the father dies first, and then the mother, or the opposite, you need to have a total new tear for a parent. Okay, these are odd cases. If somebody heard at one time that his father and mother died, unfortunately, this was after the Holocaust and these type of things, or 2 other relatives, then you only tear 1 kriya for once. But if it's a father and a mother and a relative, first he tears on the father and the mother, and then after that he distances 3 fingers, and then he tears on the other one. You have a chayla, somebody who's not well, who has a relative that died. If his das is clear, but he can't tear kriya because he's chayla sheish mesakana. Potter achar kach milakroya. So after that, he's potter from tearing kriya. Elam Kain, who are dying beside Shiva, unless he is within Shiva. The chashuv shas chimam, because that's considered when he's still hot, meaning he's still strong. His sadness is very strong. But we can't tear kriya because he doesn't have a clear head. So when he does get a clear head, then that's considered the heat of his sadness, and then he could tear kriya. Then he tears kriya if he's within 30 days. And on a parents he tears forever. Fine. You'd give a katan shemes lemeis, a katan who died, even if he didn't reach chinuch, currently kriya kitzas, we tear a little bit of kriya mishum agmas nefesh laharbis avol, because of agmas nefesh to be marba avelos. And if the one who died is already gil chinuch, then one tears kriya just like a doilim. Yeah, I think the minig is to tear kriya all the way across the board now, as far as I know. Meaning, Batson was saying that a cotton does not have avelus. That's essentially what it is. By us, but my one father passed away. My sister was still a katana. So we did a little. I think we taught Kriya, but she didn't have to sit shiva or anything like that. The minig in our Medinas is you only tear Kriya on a mother and a father. This is all up to different minhagim. Whether it's the day of the Kvura, whether it's the day they heard the news, even if it's a distance shmua where they didn't hear it for a long time. Meaning that they heard about it way after the death. But if the mother and the father died on Yom Tov, kriya, since the kriya that's if they died on Yom Tov itself, then they should not tear on Chalamayad until after Yom Tov. And on other relatives, you don't tear on Chalamayad ad la'achar regel until after Yom Tov. But if they hear about a relative dying on Chalamayad shalachar Yom Tov teir that after Yom Tov will be rechaika, meaning after Yom Tov it will be after 30 days, meaning they heard on Chalamayad that 3.5 weeks ago their brother died. So if they're going to wait for the Kriya till after Yom Tov, they're not going to, it's going to be already Shmuel Rechaika. Right? Fine. Then they should turn on Chalamayid. It's a street of a car Chalamayis, Kosam Simakuf Samach Test. We already had the Isser of that you're not allowed to cut yourself and all that for death. Simakuf Tzadivov, Hilchos Einin, Bechol, Ubeshabbos, and B'Yom Tov, the
What do
Dinam
you
of
say
Einin.
that if ach im meis aviv ima b'yantiv, then you don't take kriya? You do take kriya.
He's saying that you don't.
We don't pass like that, right?
What? That's fine by you.
Right. I taught kriya.
Yeah, I'm telling you, these things are all. I think that we're naik to just tear kriya, as far as I know.
Okay.
Yeah. Again, these things are all Tully and Minik.
I'm saying the people in charge.
Yeah. It's each Shabbat Chadish is going to do with what their Minik is. Yeah. Simikuf Tzadivav Hilchos Einin B'Chol Shabbos Yom Tov V'Boy Chof Beis Sifin. Aleph. Misha Yes LaMeis Shu Chayiv L'Savalo. If somebody has a mace and they're Chayiv have Avelos. Areza Einin. He's considered an Einin Ad La'achar Kfur until Kfur Shalo. You know Kalas Roish. You're not allowed to have levity. Kadesh Shalo Yemer Al Mace Shoya Adam Kal. They shouldn't say on the mace that he was just a light person. And that's why the person's not stressed out because he doesn't really care that this person died. And he doesn't care about his death. That is a big negative for the mace. It's considered laughing at somebody who is poor, right? Meaning somebody who's dead. You show everybody how busy you are with the death and the burial. But you can't eat in the room with the mace. Only in a different room. You don't have a different room. Then you eat in the friend's house. Then you make a wall in front of the mace. 10 tvachim. It shouldn't be open 3 tvachim. With the ruya lamed b'fnei ruach, and it also has to be strong enough that a wind won't knock it down. And if you don't have the ability to make a mechitza, then turn away from the mace and eat. Meaning makes no difference if the einin is there or not. Even if you're in a different city, you don't lean and sit you only eat, temporarily, meaning you only eat like enough to satiate you. You don't eat meat and you don't drink wine. Right? Mashenkin, somebody who's in actual shiva, could eat meat and drink wine. Many people make that mistake, and they think that an oval during shiva cannot do that, and because they also get that from the 9 days. The 9 days is interesting. The 9 days supposed to be a din like shloshim. You're even allowed to drink wine during shiva and eat meat during shiva. Yet during the 9 days, because of the chumrah of the avelus for the churban, we don't have it. And because of that, there's confusion. So an einin is not allowed to have meat and not allowed to have wine, but after the burial, then he is allowed. Okay, we will stop over there. Gotta go run and down with Ma'ariv. Everybody should have a fine night. We should hear Basuras Taivas, and again, none of these halachas should ever be negeya. Sagazah.
Good night.
Amen.